Party people. Here we are. Here I am in a tank for no real reason. Why would I be wearing a tank top? I've been complaining about how cold it is. I don't think it's as cold today, but yesterday I put on this tank top. I had on a long sleeve zippy all day, and I just really feel cool about this tank top vibe, and so I'm just wearing it. That's like literally the topic of this vlog right now. I don't know. Okay, in all seriousness, what is actually happening? Like, I started this podcast trying to prove that, like, your dream could die and that you don't need to be rich and that you don't need to be all these things in order to follow your dream. And honestly, when I started, I was like, probably not going to work out. It's probably going to be a super public and embarrassing thing, which is why I didn't actually publish my podcast for a long time. And eventually, I was just like, well, even if it is, I guess we all learn that it's not possible. And it's possible. It is. If you want to just keep showing up, like, your destiny, it will unfold. If you just keep showing up, if you just keep listening and trusting and following, and not every door is going to lead to, the yellow brick road, but every door is perfectly planned to teach you something. If you just keep taking those as lessons, as something that's supposed to move you in a direction versus something that's supposed to stop you, versus something that's, supposed to like derail you. Stop. Just don't let it derail you. It's just meant to guide you down a different path. It just wasn't meant for you. Okay, perfect. Let's keep going, right? Or it wasn't the right timing, right? You weren't there yet. But you'll get there if you just keep getting back up. And I know that it just sounds like words coming out of my mouth right now. But I just want you to get up as high as you can stand. And every day you aren't going to be fully standing. And every day you aren't going to be excited. And every day you aren't going to be super happy and excited and moving in this work and pumped up and like, yes, changing the world. Every day is not going to be like that. But I still want you to get up. Just a little bit. Even if that's all you can do. Because on days that were like that for me, I remember just wanting to stop and just like everything would be easier going back, but I couldn't go back because I couldn't allow myself to even imagine life without this thing now. It was too much a part of me. I remember being asked to erase my podcast or to delete it if I wanted to keep my full-time job. And I remember coming home to my husband and telling him, like, I realize that this doesn't really mean anything to anyone, or that this podcast only means something to me right now, but it's me. It's a part of me, and I can't let it go. And so I'm going to have to let that job go. And I'm going to have to figure this out. And we're going to have to venture down this road before we were ready to go there. But I can't let this go. I can't. And that was such a faith-filled journey, and it still is. Like, I'm just trusting that it wouldn't have played out this way if it wasn't meant to. Right? Come on. Please. I know I'm crazy, right? Just don't give up. don't give up on you and the things that you hear, because I know that you do. I know that you hear them. I had just locked mine away for a long enough time that I got really good at not listening. And then once I started listening, shit got scary fast because I kind of couldn't stop. And I kind of started following like these crazy paths that everyone would say were like, okay, Hannah's kind of gone off her rocker, but we're glad that she likes coffee, but she's a little crazy, right? For sure. Those conversations are still being had. But you can do it. You just can. And I know that it seems scary. And it seems scary, right? Like for me, there's this podcast that you're doing that a handful of people find important. And you're going to lose your job over this handful of people, over this thing that really isn't even an important thing to anyone but you. Yeah, I am. I'm not going to lose it, right? What will I find in exchange? What happens if we go all in? What happens if we really try? That's what I want to know. And here we are. We've done some things. Okay. And it was hard to say, no. I don't accept that. I'm not going to do that. And it was hard to not fight that. And it was hard to just step out blindly and in full faith. But you can do it. You can do it. And so can I. And so I am. And I may be a couple steps ahead of you, but I hope this real-time guidance helps you keep going and helps you believe that you're possible too.